It's fucking dope. Sure. Do you want to start? Or is that what we're gonna do?
Maybe.
What episode is this?
Maybe.
Episode 7. Dave? Oh, God. I think we lost Dave. Dave's frozen, everybody. This is the longest he's gone without talking in like 18 years. Holy crap. Okay.
The best would be if he was not stuck and he was just doing that on purpose. He's like,
oh my God, this is
he's got his rock face on too.
Yeah. He's gone. Oh God, we lost Dave.
There we go. All right.
There's a Ron.
Ron is in his secret bunker.
Yes, the Batcave actually.
Oh no!
I thought you were gonna it looked like you were gonna carbon freeze a Han Solo behind you for a second.
I thought it was that.
Yeah.
Oh, fingers are all wavy. That's nut. I like that.
Are you on acid right now? Ron's on acid.
Ron's on acid.
Anyway,
so what episode is this? Is this episode 7? Episode 7, right?
Yes, 7.
All right, so welcome to Geek Savants episode 7. I'm Dave DeWanch.
I'm super ugly.
Grant Miller. Brian Roberts.
Ron Zorb.
Ronald Zorb.
Welcome back to our lives, everybody. What's been going on, guys? How you guys doing?
I always have hella shit to say during the week, and then when we get to recording, I'm always like, God, I can't remember anything I wanted to talk about.
You know what? The fucking it's crazy though, because in this quarantine, we have been texting like crazy to each other, like all of us. It's been like we're like a group of teenage girls or something. It's nuts.
That's right.
I love it.
It's been fun. But like the weirdest thing, though, I have to say, the strangest thing about texting you guys is we all have this weird collecting bug back in us somehow. I don't know what the fuck happened, but like Grant keeps sending me fucking stuff. John,
I do not. I'm just sending you stuff I already have. I'm not into collecting.
Well, but you're sending me links to stuff that you're like, buy this, Dave, and I'm like, I don't know. What am I made of fucking money? No, I'm not doing that.
Apparently. Dave was like, oh, hey, I really want to buy Devil Dinosaur #1. As if
I
that's
do.
a book.
I do. That's
but only 9.9.
Yeah.
Look, I could have bought this one for $6, guys. I can't turn down a deal. $6. Yeah, like yesterday in a fit of rage, I went and bought Captain Britain #1. And then deleted eBay off of my phone, and then got bored today and fucking jiggered eBay back on my phone, and now I'm back there. I literally quit for 4 hours. I went to bed and woke up and got back on it. So stupid.
We're gonna have to have an intervention for you, Dave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing right now? That would be awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you.
No, I want to see how much you can buy. Personally,
I did that with heroin yesterday, so it's similar. I gave it up, but don't worry, I got back. I reinstalled the app today.
Dave uninstalled
the heroin app,
and then last night he went to sleep and his penis went and reinstalled.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Hey, John, I gotta ask a question. What is this background of yours? Is this a real?
Oh, guys, I'm sorry. These last couple of weeks have been really rough on me, and I've been having to pull some odd jobs. I don't want to do Uber or like Grubhub though, because that shit's kind of skeevy. So instead, I decided to just, now I'm working in a sex dungeon. They let me use it for the show. But after this, I'm going to be strapped up to that thing back there. And they're just going to whip the shit out of me, guys. So, but
like literally, could you imagine you getting whipped until you shit?
whipped the shit. Hey, this gig economy, guys, you got to do what you got to do, So it's a new app they're coming out though with where you could just whip fat white guys as long as you want. So it's cool. What are you drinking, Moscow Mule?
That's exactly what I'm drinking. I'm drinking a Moscow Mule. Yeah, I needed something to even kill me. Like yesterday, I was writing that graphic novel, and I was drinking a lot of beer. It just made me feel like fat and bloaty. I needed some diet ginger beer and some vodka today. Yeah. But I'm drinking every day, so yeah, guys, it's just like old times. It's awesome. You're drinking water, I take it there, John?
Yeah. Oh, this quarantine, let me tell you, before all this, I dropped about 75 lbs, and really, really, really slimmed
LeBron
up.
James?
Yeah.
LeBrons.
I didn't say LBJs. I said LBs.
Okay. Lyndon B. Johnsons.
I didn't drop any Lyndon B. Johnsons. No, but I dropped 75 pounds, and weirdly during the quarantine, I found some of those pounds again. It's been very difficult not to gain weight during this quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and drop a couple Trumps off. Is that cool, guys? No, I've been doing okay weight wise actually. Like I've been working out. I go for runs like every other day, and then I'll like stretch and do some weights every other day. So I've been all right. I haven't gained any weight. But,
you can have some of mine.
No, it's okay. That's okay. It's okay. So what else?
My diet's going awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, say again?
My diet is going awesome. It's a sad diet, but it works.
How are you, by the way, right? I mean, like, you're eating normal food, everything's fine? Okay. You look a little less skinny. Have you gained weight? 5 pounds. 5 pounds since I saw you.
Maybe. Yeah, like a couple pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell. You look healthy, though, bud. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You looked sickly before, but you definitely were a shadow of your former self.
I know.
So what's been going on? So you guys, some of you have watched this new Scooby-Doo. Who's watched it? You people with kids. Who's seen it?
Yes.
I saw it.
You did. How was it?
It was good.
Give me Shaggy didn't sound like Shaggy to me. It was Will Forte, but it doesn't sound like a Shaggy. Am I wrong?
No. Well, the voice cast was fucking bananas.
Deep.
It really was.
It's deep.
It was bizarre though. I mean, because like Shaggy is Will Forte, which is weird, and then Blue Falcon is Mark Wahlberg, which was weird.
It was really weird.
And then Dynamite was Ken Jeong, which was like it just was like they weren't bad. They didn't do bad, but they were just very odd.
Oh wait, did you see it, John?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Oh shit! I watched that shit Friday night, fool. I got a kid.
Yeah, that's what we did. I know we did the same thing.
He was dying to watch it. He couldn't wait to watch it.
So so here's my question to you guys. As an adult and as an inner child, your inner child has a different rating than your adult version. So give me 2 different ratings. Like the adult in you gave it a 5, 4, 3 out of 5. How many? Yo, guys.
I don't know. It was okay. Yeah,
3 out of 5 probably. It was
3 out of 5. And the kids, did the kids like it? What would you think the kids would give it?
4 out of 5 probably. They enjoyed it for the most part.
Yeah,
Okay.
my kid he liked it.
Yeah.
You know what was good? I mean, the thing I liked about it is that they kind of went into the Hanna-Barbera world. So instead of, although I'll say my favorite part of it was the intro where they did the old versions of the Scooby-Doo intro.
Yeah.
Where it was like they did like 3D versions of some of the like older villains. What's going on with Puddin' there? So I like that.
By the way, don't ever say that in a sex dungeon. What's going on with Puddin' over there?
But they introduced what was interesting is instead of doing like a ghost at an amusement park, they kind of did it was a thing they had to do, but they used Dick Dastardly, Blue Falcon, Captain Caveman showed up.
Awesome.
And so what it appears is that at the very end, they also showed Magilla Gorilla, Adamant, Wally Gator, and Jabberjaw, and they called them the Falcon Force. So almost as if they're gonna like have
Do
another
spin-off.
Yeah, it felt very spin-offy. Like they showed Johnny Quest. They showed like they were really like trying to bring in all these different characters into that world. So it was interesting. I mean, the Blue Falcon stuff I thought was fantastic. The Dynamite stuff was fantastic.
Yeah, cool.
Captain Caveman was really cool.
That was Tracy Morgan, right?
Yeah, it was awesome.
I really wanted to see it, and I tried to get my 15-year-old to watch it, and he's like, nah, I don't want to see it.
I mean, yeah, I get it. I mean, it does feel very kiddie to me.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, I'm going to drop. This is some really crazy shit, though. So I'm just going to knock out some references that they had in there. Okay, first off, Simon Cowell shows up as like a major point in the movie. And it's like, Simon Cowell? Like, I was like, this is 2000 relevant. He was in a Shrek thing. So it's like, so that was one thing. They played like an Outkast song from 2000. They had a Gerard Depardieu reference.
Why?
They did. There was a This American Life Ira Glass reference. God, there was one other, but it was like
it started with California Love. California
Love was a big thing. Yeah, it was very weird. It was like a very odd references. Like I couldn't figure out where they were going with the references. Like who they were.
It was like it sounds like it was written by a jury. Like they get a bunch of people together to throw ideas out, and then they're like, and all of those people are from a certain time. You know what I mean?
Or how about this? Like, they were like, "Oh, hey, we found it." They went, "Oh, guys, we found this script from 2000. Let's just use it. We don't need to change any of the names, like at all. Like, fuck it. Like, is Simon Cowell
over Space Jam and they put Scooby on there?
You're right.
I'm going on IMDb right now, and I wouldn't be shocked if the writer of this movie died 5 years ago. And they're just like, doesn't script.
I enjoyed it though. The Will Forte thing tripped me out a little bit. Like it did not sound super shaggy.
Well, you know what's crazy is they didn't even ask what's his face to come back.
Lillard.
It was going to be Lillard, right? Yeah, and Lillard didn't even get for it, which is crazy.
He got all kind of butthurt about that.
I'm sure.
Did he?
Dude, when you're a Lillard and you're working check to check, you need that Scooby money, bro. Okay. Let me see. Who wrote this thing?
Have you guys watched it? Did you watch any of the older Scooby movies?
Yeah, my kids are big.
Oh, baby. Fan. Linda Cardellini as Velma in those movies.
Ooh. Yes.
Hello. Oh, the live, yeah.
Oh, baby. Yeah. Give it to me. Come on, Velma. Let's go over here. Maybe a little of this. Guys, I'm putting together my fucking toy room right now, and that shit is mega. It is so
this is
fucking
in your toy room, John?
Yeah.
I'm putting together the toy room.
So I saw that you have 3 ROMs. You sent us a picture. I think it was today or yesterday.
Yeah, I have 3 ROMs.
Did those come in the boxes? Did you get those boxes separately?
Okay, so the first one I got, Kelly got me, and it came with a broken down box, and it was just the guy. It wasn't any of the weapons. Then I had that one for, I don't know, 3-4 years, something like that. And then I saw one. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and find the weapons. Then I saw like one online that was basically the guy with all the weapons. And so I was like, I'm going to bid on this. And I won't go like higher than say like 110, but like I'll go up to like 110. And I got it for like $90. And so it was like him with like everything. So then I had that one. Then I'm fucking, dude.
I stole one.
No.
Then you were on a stoop.
I went to fucking, one night we ordered dinner and I went to go pick it up and I was like, I'm going to jump into this Goodwill. And dude, I walked into this Goodwill. I found bags and bags of He-Man figures and fucking like, and there, I swear to God, this is what I'm looking. I see all these He-Man figures. So I'm like, oh shit, this is fucking crazy. My mind is like blowing at what I'm finding. And then I just kind of do one of these. I like look this way and fucking Rom is just like sitting right there on the fucking shelf. Like just sitting there. I literally went, oh my God. And like a lady down the aisle was like, did you just find something crazy? I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I was like freaking out, Dave. How
much was it at that fucking thrift store? How much was that?
Oh, I don't know, $250. It was like nothing. So now I have 3 ROMs apparently.
Wow. You sent us a picture and I fucking seriously was like, oh, I gotta put my eBay app back on my phone and look for a ROM. And I haven't looked for one. I want one, but I feel like it's like if we're the A team, we all have our specialties. Like John is clearly like the toy guy. Grant, you're the weird 3D fabricating dildo guy. I don't know. Brian, you got like one thing. It's a Steranko fucking Sergeant Furies or Nick Furies. Ron,
Brian, your thing is hairy knuckles.
And mine's
Ron,
just spending shitting money on comics.
Ron is the Asian one in the group, so he's obviously karate and computers.
And saving money.
And saving money, yes.
Saving money, yeah. It's all on the mattress.
My comment to Dave is the pandemic has just started, Dave. Slow down.
I know. Thank you. No, you're right. 100% you're right.
Guys,
I have slowed down.
I just dropped $400 on Fallen Angels #1. Stop me now, please. Okay.
Well, I mean, see, Grant tries to catfish me though too. Grant will send me eBay fucking listings of shit that's way too expensive, and I'm like, I would never buy that book for $100. There's no fucking way. Like, especially when there's one in my bookcase right now that's better than that crazy person. Grant, what is your like your biggest vice? I mean, clearly mine is old comics and booze. And booze is always
that's weird looking.
It's a combination of very specific toys and very specific comics. One thing I've been thinking about doing though is getting old boxes, like toy boxes, because they've got such amazing art. And I've got a couple. I've got some $6 million. I got a Maskatron from $6 Million Man. I've got some old Remco packages, and I have the toys for them too. But then there's other ones where like they're the Super Joe line. I want to get some of the boxes for those, and maybe just have some kind of like cool display of just the boxes.
When you say the boxes, do you mean like the actual figure storage boxes that have like the vinyl? Yeah,
because a lot of people will sell just the boxes, and they're no,
they're cool.
They're a hell of a lot cheaper than the toys themselves. So
he's talking about the boxes that the toy came in originally.
Oh, I was thinking like the carrying case boxes.
No
carrying case.
No,
you're just talking about boxes.
Yeah,
original packaging.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's
a lot of times I'll get something, and then this is kind of lately. I've really been starting to think about like I'll get something, and then I will go look for the box. Because some of that stuff looks so cool with the box.
Like old Mego boxes and Remco, they have awesome art, like the Universal Monsters and stuff. They're amazing.
And then also, you get you can kind of find cheaper if you can get like a cheaper version of the figure, and then maybe find the box. You don't have to buy it together and pay a penny.
Right.
Don't please, Grant. The Universal Monsters, come on. It's killing me. I need them.
There's so much.
They're so expensive.
Wait, which ones are those?
The Remco,
the 3 3/4, right? Yeah.
Okay.
I have two of them. I have a Creature, and
Creature's the best.
I think I have Phantom of the Opera, maybe. Yeah. So
how much are those? Are those like pricey now, or are those?
Each one is like it's like $100+ easily. Each one.
And it's like, do you want to get one with a lot of times the paint is all fucked up, and you don't. It's like you don't even want those. So it's hard to even find a good condition one.
A lot of them, their noses are all rubbed on. I don't know why. Every one of them, their noses are rubbed off for some reason.
It's like Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I can't believe how well my black suit Spider-Man, no scratches on it, and it's been moved around, house to house. I'm just so lucky that it hasn't gotten a scratch.
So if you guys had a toy line that you were like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the hilt with that, would it, for me it was like superpowers. Like I fucking love that line. I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole though, because I'd have to have them all and it would be insane. But that line is like my favorite. Is there something that you guys are like always looking for or would like want to collect? John, I know that you
superpowers is definitely one that I look, but those are expensive too. But that's something I want. The Universal Monsters is one I always look for. I want an Evel Knievel stunt cycle, like really bad.
Hey, did you guys watch Toy Story 4? You did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
that Evel Knievel Canadian knockoff character that Keanu Reeves played. The toy is dope. And I almost got one after watching that movie. I was like, fuck it, that's a cool little thing. I just couldn't do it because I was already in the throes of buying expensive comic books.
But he's not the best character in that movie.
He's pretty awesome.
I haven't seen it yet.
What?
Oh my God.
I know.
Dude, it's
great. It's okay. Let me tell you. Like, okay, so my kid does this shit where he'll go visit his aunt. You know, he'll go hang out with his aunt and his cousins. This motherfucker will go see movies with him, and so like then it's like he'll come home and he'll be like, "Oh, I saw Toy Story 4 already." I'm like, "Fuck!" Like, it's hard. You know, I'll watch it now because it's on Disney Plus. But dude, I was so bummed I didn't get to see it in the theater.
Yeah, it was really I don't want to say it's the best of the Toy Stories, but it's the most different, I think.
Very different.
That's what I appreciate about it. Like, if you watch them all together,
Right.
They're almost carbon copies of themselves until the fourth one, and then the fourth one's different. And I think you'll like it, John. I mean, it's pretty cool.
I mean, I love Toy Story, so yeah.
Although it ends on like a really weird, bitter. I don't want to spoil it, but it ends on a kind of a bitter.
There goes Dave. Spoiled it.
Yeah. Ron, what are you like? Ron is so funny because Ron, like a few years ago, just like went straight purge, and now I feel like all of us talking about stuff has made Ron really regret a lot of his purging.
Yeah, it did. But on the flip side, with the stuff from Dave and buying all this stuff, I think I messaged once about wanting to get back into Hot Wheels because that was my big thing in when I was a kid.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah! I fucking love it, dude.
Hot Wheels. But I went onto eBay, and that is the worst. It's like I can't find individual cars that I used to have at like a decent price. It's everybody selling like 100 cars, and I might have had 5 in that stack, and they want to sell it for $50. It's like I can't spend $50 just to get 5 cars that I want.
Right.
And then
Yeah,
it's just really horrible for that. The other one though that I've always wanted to get into, but I've never really been able to as a kid is because I didn't have the money was Transformers, the original Transformer line. All the kids at school had them. Me, it's like if my parents could afford one of the the cassette tapes, not the actual player, but the cassette tapes. That'd be like all that I'd be able to. So it's like I've always wanted Transformers, but yeah, the money is just they're insane.
The ones I always had that I didn't acquire myself were like the cassette tapes and the little mini things.
How do you guys feel? Here's something interesting that's been going on lately. A lot of these toy companies are doing like straight up reissues of stuff. Like right now in stores, they have all the old Ghostbusters toys, like exact reprints. They're all like vintage looking, Ghostbusters toy. And they've done it with Star Wars. And of course, the reason I thought about it was they did it with Soundwave and Optimus Prime.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I'm really weirded out about it. I don't know if I like it at all.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking like...
Just get the original one.
Why do they need to remake it exactly? Like in the box looks the same almost. And it's like... There's nothing really different to it except for the price is like hell of expensive. But I just don't understand why they need to make this. Like, why not just make new things with new sculpts?
But is it at like a Target or something like that, or is this something that you have to buy at a specialty?
Those are almost always Walmart things.
Well, then
the real Ghostbusters, the Transformer one, all those were only at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like not the average Joe isn't gonna like go to toy shows and stuff like that. They're gonna walk down the aisle of Walmart and be like, "Dude, I had that when I was a kid." And then
no. You know how it works, Ron? Let me tell you how this fucking works. This is America, okay? Cute childish Gambino. This is America, okay? Because this is fucking these motherfucking incels walk their fucking happy asses. All they do is hang out at motherfucking Target and fucking Walmart, and they just fucking grab handfuls and fucking handfuls of this shit and immediately fucking sell it on eBay. And all the while I'm like, hey, can I get like one of these fucking things?
Yeah.
And they're already like $400 or something. It's this fake fucking like
Amen. Amen, John.
Dave is buying the right, he's buying comic books. They're vintage books that are worth a certain value. They've accrued in value. These fucking things are like in stores right now, and these cockasses are like fucking buying them, and like I can't find one of these fucking things in the store.
Yeah.
My wife is actually sending me texts of fucking toys in the store right now she's like, do you want any of these? I apologize if I'm distracted.
Yes.
She's my fucking MSI. I have to send her.
I really thought you were ordering DoorDash.
No, I'm like, yes, I want these fucking toys. Yeah, give it to me.
We should start up a toy dash.
DoorDash!
You're always in a fucking Walmart. You're the guy now. You're like, you just heard John tirade the people that fucking do this shit. Now you want to become one of them. John,
it's amazing.
Strap Grant into your sex dungeon and beat him to death. Beat the shit out of this guy.
Get into stocks.
You all locked up, by the way.
But that's a great name, Toy Dash.
Dave's the one who locked up.
Oh.
Dave's gone again.
Yeah.
Bye, Dave.
Is it?
It's really good talking to you, Dave. Look at that face. I love it. Oh, that's amazing. Amazing. I love it.
Come back, Dave.
Oh,
there he is.
Yeah.
The best thing, though, guys, is like for me, it's just you guys all froze, and I'm like, all right, well, whatever, fuck it, whatever.
It's all our fault.
So let me recommend a show for you guys.
Ooh, please do.
Shockingly, I went and did this because I was uber curious because of when we talked last time. I went and I actually subbed to DC Universe.
Oh, cool.
And I ended up watching the Harley Quinn cartoon because I was curious to watch it.
Is it good?
It's really good. I don't want to say it's really, really good because then Grant's going to be like,
I know. Watch out for Grant.
I can't believe you recommend. I think it's one of the best DC animated cartoons that's been put out. I know, I say that, but the reason why is it's kind of different from what I thought it was going to be. And I mean, it is a Harley Quinn show, but a lot of the people who steal the scenes is the basic premise is that she splits up with Joker, and she's branching out on her own. And so she ends up with like a crew. She's like, I want to be like better than Joker. So I'm going to prove that I'm a better villain than Joker is. And so she ends up like hanging out with Poison Ivy, who has a place. And so she rooms with her. And then she is like, I got to get a crew. So her crew is Dr. Psycho, King Shark.
Nice.
Clayface.
Nice.
And dude, it's unreal, and especially when you like really kind of know the characters. Like Dr. Psycho, he's in the Legion of Doom. They like axe him out of the group because he can't stop saying cunt, and so they're like, oh, we don't condone this kind of language. This doesn't represent the Legion of Doom. So Dr. Psycho's out. So he's out, and then like Clayface is like this. He can't help it. He's like, I'm an actor. Oh, and he does this whole thing where he's always like trying to come up with, I will infiltrate for you. What is the backstory of my character? And then he goes into this whole thing, and so she's got losers. And then King Shark's like this computer whiz. And and his voice is on, Ron Funches?
Yes.
That's how you say his name? He's King Shark. And if you know that dude's voice, is hilarious pairing those two things together.
Yeah.
And then Jim Gordon is a total rip off of the Frank Miller, Jim Gordon, his wife cheating on him. No, he was cheating on his wife, right? Or this kind, but he's like an alcoholic loser. He's always trying to like hang out with Batman. Batman's like, I'm out of here. Like Batman's kind of sucks a little bit. It's great. It's like all these hilarious things. Like,
and the voice cast is wild. Did you go and look at the IMDb?
Harley Quinn is the girl from
Big Bang Theory?
Big Bang Theory, the blonde girl.
Yeah, Kaylee Cuoco.
Yeah. I don't know who the actress of Poison Ivy was. I wasn't.
You should look at the voice cast.
She's got a lot of stuff, though.
The voice cast is fucking like deep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like every character, and they have had a lot of like characters, is voiced by somebody legit, not just like random guy. I mean, they are like all stand-up comedians and stuff like that. It's really interesting.
Let me tell you, I won't say anything else. They put Kite Man in the show, and Kite Man's like a super like I don't know, F list or below character in the comics. Dude, you gotta watch it just for Kite Man. Because Kite Man keeps showing up. You don't think he's going to keep showing up, and Kite Man is, like, in the show, and you're like, what is going on? And he's great. His interaction with, like, Poison Ivy is amazing.
Brian,
Yes.
the Kite Man first appearance is in Batman 133, and it's the same first appearance of Batmite, so it's hell of expensive. You can't even get the first appearance of Kite Man for, like, under $100. So stupid.
I was hoping you'd get it for me, Dave.
I mean, you're daddy of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that? I need to stop. It's an addiction. It's bad.
I watched a good movie last night on Netflix. It's all about LSD. I think it's called. I'll have to look it up real quick, but it's called like "Let Me Take a Trip" or something like that. And it's basically like Nick Offerman kind of like hosts it, and then hosts. I mean, he's like the main guy, and then it's all different celebrities like talking about their LSD trips. And like good ones, bad ones, different weird ones, that kind of, it's all like comedians, like Sarah Silverman, Ben Stiller, Nick Kroll, like really funny people talking about it. So it's a pretty fun. And
it's not animated. It's not animated though, is it?
They mix in like for instance, Sting talks about this story and it goes into a whole animated version of it. So there will be some it's not all animated. Sometimes what they do, it's fun. They'll have, like one guy will be talking and they'll cut to a reenactment and it'll be one of the other like comedians like basically playing that person and stuff. So it's awesome. Fun. Yeah, it was like, actually
it's like drunk history, but like it's
you know what? I totally looked up the director to see if it was the same dude. It wasn't, but it felt very much like an extension of drunk history, kind of, where it's like people explaining stuff, but then they kind of like acted out. It was good though because it's always fun to hear people's acid trips. So
sure. Did any of you guys watch Lego Masters?
Yep.
Okay.
No.
What do you think?
I liked it. It was fun. It seemed like a lot of the reality shows where there's a lot of stuff going on maybe behind the scenes, because they would cut from a commercial and shit would be like built hella fucking awesome. Or like they gave them way more time that you just don't see. I think there had something more to it. But looking beyond that, it was a fun show. The shit that some of those people made were incredible.
Yeah,
I watched the first episode, and even just the first episode, because I assumed they would, but what they do when they bring those motors in is wild. The motors like make that shit crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Grant, what was one of your favorite things they built that blew your mind?
There was a few. There was one where they had like a UFO that picked up somebody and it like moved around, and they had some other element in the scene that moved around. But probably my favorite episode was where everyone had to build a bridge and it had to support weight, and they kept putting weights in the middle of the bridge until it broke, and some of them held like 1,000 pounds.
Wow.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
So it was a lot of tension.
It was fun. And I agree with you though, Grant, like because they gave everyone like 10 hours to make this thing, and like they compressed it down to like 45 minutes. So it's just like by the time a commercial break happens, you're back and it's like it's already built. And you're like, that I can't imagine being on that fucking show and working for 10 hours on that fucking Lego build. It's insane. But I mean, it was fun.
And then a couple times it's just like the cake shows where they make the cakes and then they got to move them to the staging area. A couple times these fools move these fucking giant Lego things that crumbled, and they like tried to catch them and they just destroy them.
Oh, that's so crazy.
So bad.
Yeah, it was fun. I think that show would be like fun if you did have like teenage kids that are into building shit. You know what I mean? Like it was safe enough for like all ages, and yet still had enough for like adults to be into it. But yeah, that was a fun show.
It was fun. I was into it, and my kid was not for some reason. Like he couldn't care. Although he was like, "Oh, we got to watch Lego Masters." We watched the first episode. He couldn't give a shit. He liked that Rock. You remember that show they did with The Rock where it was like American, not like
Yeah, it was like American Gladiator. Yeah. Oh,
It was very Ninja Warrior. I can't remember what it was called, but he got super into that show.
That was a great show too.
That was fun. Yeah, I kind of like lost interest in it. Like that was a show that I was like,
the Beast one. The
Beast. No, it's not Beastmaster or whatever it was.
No, the Beastmaster's on Netflix. It was another one. I got Mount. No, it was something. I can't remember.
They had all these head-to-head challenges and stuff.
Yeah, it was fun.
Let's see.
Everyone's all. Wait, let me look it up.
I'm looking it up. Titan Games.
Titan
Games. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, that's cool. So you guys want to wrap it up and we can get to the next episode? Because next episode we're talking about our favorite comic book artists. It's going to be awesome. We want to just jump in. All right. Well,
I just thought next week they were, we're like, oh, we're going to talk about comic artists, but like nobody sent me we didn't get any images together for this, so it'll be like, oh, you like this guy's art? Yeah, it's good.
It's all right. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It's good. Next week I'll be working at a different job next week. So
not next week, later this week, baby.
This week.
Right.
We're two a week now. That's so weird.
Yep.
But anyway, spread the word, everybody. We're back, and if you like us, subscribe.
Spread the word.
And tell your friends. But yeah, we'll talk to you guys later in the week.
Bye.
Bye.